So this is going to be one of, if not the last, Sportster video for old Georgia here. The last one I was trying to fix an oil leak. We fixed the oil leak. It's not leaking oil anymore, which is great. But on a commute to work, it feels like my little bit of everything is giving out on the bottom. Could feel it over the vibrations of the normal Sportster. I was going like 40 miles an hour on side streets after I felt all this stuff. Different vibration would come up through the seat, and I think it might be my crank wobbling or something. So I'm just gonna crack open the primary side and have a look in there, see what's busted. But I'm pretty sure it's a result of the overheat from way back. It just finally now broke. I felt something give out on the road, so I think it's done. But we're gonna rip it open and see what's in there. I'll tell you what happened from the first oil issue, which was my broken oil line down there. And everything I did to try and fix a problem I probably can't fix without a new engine. I'm gonna rip this apart now. So it all started with this oil leak. It's much more than just a leak. Turns out the hose from my pump to the filter has actually split. You can see the oil just seeping out of the little hole, and you can see the cause being bending around where the forward controls were placed. So I ordered a new hose, custom made to replace that stock one. So we took this old one off to replace that. And let me tell you why this would not solve my problem here. I didn't find out about that leak until I was on the freeway for a minute or so, and I guess I panicked and made the dumb decision of trying to ride it back before it depleted itself of oil. But as you saw, the bike started gushing oil as soon as we left. So by the time I got back home, it had been running dry. And if you're curious what that sounds like after you fill it back up with oil, here you go. Once I heard the Sportster was trying to be a diesel, I immediately called my friend who knows more about motorcycles than me and pretended to help while he did most of the heavy lifting. It was time to get it on the lift and see what was going on in there. After a well-balanced breakfast, we removed the rocker box covers so we could run it without the covers on, see if we could see anything obvious or hear anything, which we couldn't. So we took the rocker boxes off. We checked the push rods, we checked the lifters, and the rocker arms. And nothing seemed obviously wrong, so we just oiled them overnight and put them back in the next day, hoping a collapsed lifter might be the issue. So after lathering the rocker box in goat's blood, we slapped that back together, buttoned it up, and started it up again to see if that might have solved our problem. Obviously it didn't, so we took off the rocker box covers and put in some rocker lockers just for good measure. Only took us about 20 something minutes to do that, so figured why not. And did it work? No. So then I actually got a boroscope from AutoZone. You can actually check these ones out from their Lona tool program. The one I got it from didn't even know they had it until I came to get it. I thought I saw something in the cylinder that looked like scratching on the wall, so we decided to go ahead and take the heads off finally. And when we finally got it open, I could see the scratching on the front and back of the front cylinder. Tore all that down. When we got to the rear cylinder, we saw that it had the same marks on it, meaning piston slap. Took the pistons and cylinders to a mechanic, had them measured at a machinist.
You have been measured.
And you absolutely
have been found wanting.
Welcome to the new world.
The machinist got his hands on another set of cylinders, bored them out to 1250, and matched them to reverse dome Wiseco pistons that would effectively be the same as the hammer kit that I had in there. She lives. At this point it ran well. The loudest noise was gone. We went to Born Free. We went to Yosemite, where we had an oil leak running the entire time. So when we got back from that Yosemite trip, pulled the spark plugs and immediately found that I had bent one, redid the ignition. Then I touched the exact bolt that was responsible for my oil leak and didn't realize it. Apparently this bolt had broken loose from the motor mount on the right side. So I pulled out the original motor mount for the bike, pushed the bolt back through the case, and bolted it all back together. And then the bike worked for a little while. Just rode. It was nice. So let's jump back to current times and open up the primary. So it runs surprisingly well for all the awful sounds and vibrations coming out of it. I wonder what I'll see. Bare minimum clutch is burnt, which I'm pretty sure I already knew. But the rest of it, I don't know. Let's see. I would say that's not too alarmingly irregular for a drain plug. But when there's maybe 2,000 miles on it, yeah, so I think I might drop this off with the guys at Tracker Die, let them have a look at the primary side. Let them feel it, because I can't tell. It feels awful. It feels like something's really wrong. And I'm about to give up on it. I'm pretty sure we toasted the crank when it overheated. Anyway, on to whatever else. What's up, everybody? We're in the car. I left you guys where I opened up the primary on the Sportster. That was actually today. I don't know how that's going to turn out. I'm fairly certain that the bike is shot. I don't want to ride it. I don't feel safe on it. I hear and feel all kinds of crap going on with it. Do not make me confident in the bike. So, we may be in for a little surprise today. I may be jumping the gun a little bit. I think it's time to upgrade. I think this is the universe signaling to me that it's time to upgrade. So, I'm gonna go look at a bike now. Almost there. Yeah, let's see what this bike is.